Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I stay organized. I'll show you all of the tools that I use, as well as the processes that I use to make sure that I'm on top of everything in my schedule. All of my tasks are done and they are done on time. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. The most important tool that I use is a digital calendar. This is where I keep track of university assignments, exams, and any deadlines that I may have. And in calendars, you can create events, add descriptions to set events, and even invite people. This calendar will act as a high-level overview of your entire day, week, or month, which you can just quickly look at and see what you need to get done on specific days, and even on specific hours. So how do you properly use a calendar then? Start off by making an event for almost everything. Calendars don't work if you don't create events. Almost everything you do should have an event on the calendar. This will act as an overview for your days, and you can clearly see when you did a certain task and when you plan on doing another. Whenever I want to do an hour of studying or dedicate an afternoon to a certain project, I'll create an event in the designated calendar for it. And this means that I get notified when I need to do this work, and it means that I am much more likely to stick to it than if it wasn't written down. It's almost like a mini contract with myself. I will do this work at this specific time. Make sure to add as much detail as possible to the event so that it is really frictionless to get started. So you can add a description to really detail what you need to do. You can invite people if you are doing a task with more than one person. And you might want to add some attachments. Calendars have really cool features and it's up to you to explore them. What I also do is I create sub-calendars for different parts of my work. Almost every calendar will support this feature, and it means that you can create sub-calendars from your main calendar where you keep things organized, almost like a folder. Each of these sub-calendars is then dedicated to a specific part of your work. For example, I made a calendar for my exams and deadlines, and whenever I don't want to see them, I just turn this calendar off and I have a clearer picture of my day. You can also set custom notifications with different calendars, which is quite nice. Another calendar I made is for studying, where I create events for study sessions which I want to do. This then allows me to see how much I have studied and how much I need to do. Overall, separating your work like this will give you a better view as to how much you're spending on each task, as well as how much time is being dedicated to different parts of your work. Moving on to task managers. If you have a task to do, you create a calendar event for it. However, the calendar only shows you what you're working on from a very high level overview, and it doesn't actually show you the tiny details that you need to complete a certain task. This is where to-do apps come in. You're able to view tasks quickly and easily plan them out in a very particular way. I like to use the calendar as the goal and a to-do app as the plan to achieve that goal. I use Todoist. They are all mostly the same. Experiment with a few and see what works for you. I think the biggest advantage of using a to-do manager is that I can break down a task into smaller subtasks. So let's say I have a big task such as finish project X or revise module Y. I can break it down into many subtasks, which I can get done easily. And this leaves me the clear direction of what I need to do and an easy way to get started. It's often overwhelming to look at a huge to-do list and a huge task and not really know where to get started, and this is exactly where this technique comes in. For example, if I have a project that I need to finish, I will list out all the different parts of the project and create atomic tasks such as complete function to get customer ID or record specific bits of audio for a video, etc. My last point is deadlines. Everything you do must have a deadline attached to it. This can be a calendar event or adding specific dates to tasks in your task manager, but leaving tasks with no deadlines is probably going to mean you don't get them done. Deadlines add a sense of urgency to everything you do and will make sure that you get things done on specific times. If you stick to deadlines, you can create a very predictable workflow and you know exactly when you'll be finished with something and how much work you might need to put into certain tasks depending on how far away the deadline is. That's it from me. Just to recap, I recommend using 3 things. So calendars, to-do managers, and setting deadlines to everything. Stick to all 3 things and you're sure to be more efficient and more productive. Let me know what you thought of the video down below, and I'll see you next time.